Oh, saucy girl. It's all very good.
Saucy.
Saucy. Hello.
Hi.
This is Ceri.
And this is Kat.
And we are Tea in Valhalla. Today you meet us on the set of Woman in Black. No, I'm joking. It's our local Stourhead Estate. So it's another local walk for us. It's a wonderful place, beautiful estate. It's now under the National Trust, but it used to be owned by the Hoare family.
So we're going to skirt around the outside of the estate today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, but there's some lovely spots. I'm going to show you St. Peter's Pump and the obelisk and Alfred's Tower. You have to stay tuned for it though.
Very cool.
Stay tuned for it though.
We fell in love with this place well, it was one of the first places we started to explore, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is where we started to sort of venture out and get used to walking bigger circuits and things. We actually got lost here once.
God, it was terrible.
We just wombled off into the woods. It was June, so it was midsummer. Yeah. Long nights and all the rest of it, and there were just so many tracks and routes, and we just tied ourselves in knots. So Stourhead House gardens and some of the buildings down on the grounds were used in the filming of Pride and Prejudice.
Hiya. So using my Collins guide that I got for Christmas, I find that this is a bleeding oak crust. So obviously first of all I look for crust because I know this is a crust, and then I look for the correct coloration. But of course you then have to check for the habitats and make sure it's on the correct sort of habitat, which it is. It says so bleeding oak crust, dead wood of deciduous trees, almost exclusively on oaks, and this is a dead oak. So all those things put together tells me I'm completely right as usual. Blimey. Nice little estate house, rather lovely. I think now actually it's a National Trust rental property. You can rent this out now. Privet. The obelisk just coming into view. Ooh. Looks so moody. So the obelisk was done in the style of the old Egyptian temples that would be dedicated to the sun god Ra, and that's why there's a great big sun on the top of the obelisk. And I think it was just done because it was quite fashionable. This, unfortunately though, has been repaired quite a few times. It's taken quite a lot of damage over the years, and it's also been struck by lightning. So, yes, may not be the luckiest obelisk ever. So this piece of conductor, this metal, runs all the way up to the top. And that's so if it gets struck again, it'll be able to conduct the lightning. And it will just... electricity, instead of causing issue, should then just be earthed into the ground. Anyway, I'm going to join up with a little track in a moment, or sort of a road really. I think the estate workers use it, and then we'll go towards the front of the house, which is all right of way. That's not, you don't have to pay to go along there, that's right of way. It's public right. Oh, these lovely old oak trees. There's something about them, isn't there? Oh, I love oak trees. Look at this. support hundreds. Oh look, there we go. This is the beard lichen I was talking about the other day on a different video. And like I was saying in the video, these are the good air indicators. Lots of different types of lichen on here. So old oaks, they're able to support hundreds of individual species of flora and fauna. Lots of invertebrates. Incredible. What an incredibly romantic atmosphere. Absolutely gorgeous. I've been here in bright sun, I've been here in the spring when all the flowers are coming through. I don't think I've ever been. Have we ever been here in this kind of weather?
I don't think I have. This is
mad.
super romantic, super spooky.
Oh yeah. So we're now coming round to Stourhead House itself, and it's worth mentioning that everything we'll be seeing today is accessible for free. So yeah, good day out. So the original building was built in about 1720. This is not fully original. A lot of this burnt down and was rebuilt later on. But still, you can still see the Palladian style, which was part of the original drawings. Let's see. Sort of the Romanesque, Grecian kind of mismatch of architecture, which Henry Hall was very fond of. There appears to be quite a lot of acid soil here, and this whole grounds and gardens is well known for its azaleas and rhododendrons. So some of them are absolutely ancient. They're being propped up, and yeah, they're wonderful. And in spring and summer, ooh, you've never seen anything like it. It's fantastic. Full of bees as well. No rain was forecast today. This is now tippling, although not dampening spirits. Get your waterproofs on!
I need my jacket.
He hasn't learnt from our 5 top tips. Although extremely soggy, today this area is absolutely alive with birds.
Yeah.
We've seen robins, tits, thrushes, wrens, crows, heard a raven, didn't see it. It's somewhere. But it's very much alive, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. It's surrounded. I feel like you're absolutely wall-to-wall birds.
Yeah. So in the 1760s, Henry Hall commissioned to have St Peter's pump removed from Bristol and brought here to the Stourhead Estate. He then placed it upon this grotto style plinth, and it was so he could mark the source of the River Stour, which runs underneath this magnificent monument. Just like his ancestors before him, he believed that the source of the river should be marked for ceremonial reasons, and the fact that it brought life and prosperity for his region. So he did this. It's pretty cool.
I think this side gets used by the cows and sheep. It's a bit of a shelter. We're just heading off now up into the woods. I think we started up here, followed the orange path down, had a little walk round the front of the house, and we sort of doubled back on ourselves up the 6 Wells bottom towards the pump, and now we're heading into Park Hill Camp.
There's Park Hill Camp. So we found this evergreen to hide under.
Take refuge from the rain for a minute, grab a cup of tea, and do a bit of grazing.
A bit peckish.
I think the seats are in yours.
Oops, gotta go.
Oh, the tea bags are still in despite some protest after the show issue brew. We just stopped for a little tea break now. And despite the fact that it's really wet, rainy, quite grey this morning, there's still plenty to take in around you. We've got lots of movement in all the leaves where all the raindrops are falling. Got all the sounds and smells of spring, all the birds singing, and the smell of the sort of, I don't know, is it the pine?
The earth, yeah.
Yeah, the earth and the pines and stuff. It's really nice, very lovely.
It's really nice.
Yes, we're just taking shelter, having a sandwich, a cup of tea, with a few additional droplets from Mother Nature.
I just thought that. I'm getting quite a lot of rain in me. Never mind.
Cheers, guys.
Chin chin. So this area here of the estate is mostly managed via forestry. Interestingly though, we noticed that they're planting deciduous trees in place of the pines. They're still doing forestry work here, so I presume they want to continue doing that, but that's a nice thing, isn't it?
Really lovely, yeah. So we're just coming into Park Hill, and it's very distinct. You can see the boundaries, the perimeters of the village. I'll try and give you a shot in a second. It's quite hard to show you. We're in the middle of the village now, and despite it being so well fortified, they actually believed this was a peaceful encampment. I think when they did the archaeological digs and things here, it shows a succession of sort of progression, different generations.
Yeah.
And it just sort of indicates that, you know, they spent a bit of time here.
Yeah.
It wasn't for war. It was, you know, a peaceful settlement. It probably thrived on the landscape surrounding them. And what a beautiful landscape it is too.
Really is, because it's so close to the River Stour, so they had fresh water. It's a very fertile soil here as well, so it would have been good for growing.
Normally see sheep in here. There's normally a little herd of sheep. It's actually the first time we've not seen them up here.
Yeah, I know. And they're heritage sheep as well, so that it doesn't damage the archaeology here. They're just here literally just to graze down the growth, so it's not so it doesn't get overgrown. What an absolutely wonderful example of an Iron Age fort, don't you think?
Fantastic, really good.
Very sophisticated actually, Iron Age people. They were able to preserve meat, grind corn, work leather.
Oh wow.
They're pretty well advanced as the ancient Britons. Oh my goodness. So we're now going to walk down this very, very slushy trail and hopefully get back round to the gardens. Again, unfortunately we can't go in them, but we can definitely show you some of the interesting parts around the outsides. There's an old water mill, isn't there?
Yes, old mill.
Yeah,
hopefully
cool.
we'll be able to get a bit of a view on some of the buildings, maybe the Pantheon.
I reckon.
And, you know, we'd like to bring you back on another day.
Oh yeah?
To come and take you around the grounds and gardens.
Yeah, we'd love to take you around there. Because at the moment, even if we got into the grounds, we can't go into the buildings. And they're so cool. They've got like a temple to Flora. They've got Zeus's Palladian.
Isn't there a big Hercules?
Oh my God, there's
bust as well?
Yeah, there's a big Hercules bust. Oh, there's the grotto with the water nymph in. Oh, saucy girl. It's all very good.
Saucy.
Saucy.
So in early spring, this is a great place to come and observe some damselflies. Absolutely fantastic, normally teeming with them. It's beautiful.
How teasery. Ooh. You've gone in, you're illegal. You're illegal!
Peepers.
So these gross piles are where they, in the winter, drag out and remove some of the rushes and the grasses. And it's because they can be hideously invasive, take over, they choke up the waterways. That's not what they want at all. But it's good work. It rots down nicely.
It's important, doesn't it? It creates spaces and environments for
It does.
invertebrates and things to set up new homes.
It does, yep. It's all necessary. It always looks a bit vicious, but actually in the long run, it's good work. It's good habitat creation. Oh, Ceri, look how cute. Then let me be satisfied with rural beauty, streams bustling through the glens. Let me love woods and running water. Oh, for the open countryside. Boink. Going, it's moving.
All right.
Hey, hey, all aboard. It's stopping. Oh dear. Seems to be stopping. Built in 1897 at the back of an existing stone drinking trough. So it did exist before that drinking trough. Ceri, this drinking trough was original.
Oh really?
Yeah, it says on the board. So that's rather nice.
So what would that have been for then? Like passing horses?
Horses, yeah. Well, it was always for horses, but it would have been proper drinking water. I mean, humans could have drank from it if they cupped, you know. Yeah. But actually it was for horses because this was a through road.
Love a bit of lime mortar. Fantastic.
So lime mortar is obviously the traditional way of creating mortar. Using lime sand, wasn't it?
Lime sand, sometimes horsehair. Depending, well, if it was being rendered, if you were going to use it as a render, you put a bit of horsehair in it. Yeah. Help tie it all together. But it's breathable. That's one of its big pros. Unlike modern cements and things, or mendip dust, which can dry too hard.
So that is the original front. So that could be anywhere, that could be almost 17 something, yeah. And still standing good. So, you know, shows the difference. So you can see the Pantheon top from here. So that water wheel and pump house was used as the main way of getting water to the estate itself. And they didn't stop using it until the 1950s when mains water was installed. Just found this beautiful little den. Oh, Ceri almost fell over. So we're just going to sit down and have our last cup of tea. Right, so we're now going to follow this path back, and then we'll go through the forest, and then we'll eventually come out at Alfred's Tower.
Heading back into the woods now. I think Kat's probably telling you the same thing I'm about to. Just through the trees, or above the trees actually.
Just see the top of Alfred's Tower, absolutely beautiful.
I told you she would say that, didn't I?
A lot of bulbs down here, and they look like crocuses. Please tell me if I'm incorrect there. They very much look like what I have all over my garden, but I don't know. And just off the path, found this lovely dormouse box. So this is obviously a survey area. You cannot interfere with them nor disturb them unless under licence. Might be the chunkiest snowdrops I have ever seen. Look at these chunkers.
They have not skipped leg day.
So snowdrops, absolutely full of them. Oh, there's more down here.
More up here as well.
They're an amazing little flower, and we did share that on our little Facebook thing as well.
Yep.
But they are, in traditional medicine, they've been used for centuries as a way of killing pain. But recent medicine, they've been using it to combat Alzheimer's. There's a certain compound that they're able to extract. But of course, the bulb themselves is a toxic bulb. Can't actually eat them. But they're so pretty.
For something so little to be so useful and just have so many different sort of versatile uses.
Yes.
It's great, isn't it?
And obviously they are the first beautiful indicator of spring. It's one of the first things that the queen bees will come out and eat. They're just lovely. I love them. They always cheer me up. They cheer you up?
Yeah, they're fantastic.
We're just following the path now, and it takes in this plantation woodland. Obviously, this area gets a lot of logging.
Kind of back up that way is where the village was, isn't it?
That's right. It's right at the top there. You can see it's quite a slope.
Again, it just gives you a good indicator of the embankment and the placement of the village as well, how important it was to be on high ground.
Yes.
And, you know, for its fortifications, and obviously to look over the land and see what was coming and happening around them.
We've just come out quite a hill because obviously Alfred's Tower is on a high point.
Yeah, warm now, aren't you?
Ooh, I am warm.
Someone need to lose a layer?
No.
Yeah, so it's a good little slog up the hill there.
Ooh.
Top of the woods, take a left. And now we're in this little, what is this? Just a little opening, little clearing.
Yeah.
Heading towards the tower.
So the incredible King Alfred's Tower is actually a folly, and it was obviously, again, Henry Hoare had this built in the early 17s, and it was to apparently mark the spot where King Alfred of Wessex, the Anglo-Saxon king, he rallied his troops here for the famous Battle of Edgington against the heathen army, which is the Vikings. And it's said that this is one of the most important battles. Due to this momentous win, King Alfred pretty much told Guthrum, who was the Danish leader of the heathen army, that he must become Christian, to renounce his old ways. And he did. I mean, he probably didn't take it seriously, but he did do this, and because of that, the warring sort of edged off a bit, and the heathen army was pushed right back into Cirencester, which was a big loss. And because of the conversion into Christianity, which is what the Anglo-Saxons were at the time, issues sort of smoothed over a bit, and it allowed the Vikings to become more integrated. Stands King Alfred the Great himself, King of Wessex, the Anglo-Saxon king. During some of the months, I think it was March and April and May, you used to be able to go up to the top of the tower and look over all of the estate. So hopefully that will be open again one day. It was all run by volunteers, so of course they had to close all that down for now, or for obvious reasons. I am having an absolute mare trying to find this vinegar bowl. It's meant to be quite close to the tower. It's meant to be a metre across, this stone. So I've seen a picture of it, and in a picture of it, you can see a tree behind it, so it's got to be close to the wooded bits. I don't know which side, because of course it's surrounded by wood. Nightmares. Ceri's gone off in a totally different direction, so I've also lost Ceri. Hopefully he hasn't fallen into the vinegar bowl.
Trying to find this vinegar stone at the moment. We've done about 2 laps of the sort of surrounding woodlands. Can't find it.
So that was a bit of a fail. Cannot find this vinegar stone. No. I asked locals and everything and no one knew. Maybe it's grown over at the moment.
There's a lot of tree work going on, a lot of limbs and things down. I'm hoping they wouldn't just cover it over.
No.
But it's meant to be close to the tower, and I assure you we've gone through it with a fine-tooth tick comb.
Yeah.
And we can't find it.
So I'll put it up on screen what it looks like. Anyway, the whole point of these vinegar bowls is that during plague times, when they were trading or having to hand over money of any kind, they would place it into the vinegar, and in the vinegar they thought it would kill all the plague germs. So that was the reason they used it, so they didn't have to have contact with each other. Oh, it sounds a bit 2021, doesn't it? And whilst we're here at the site of this great battle, we thought we'd thank you all, our new subscribers and our old subscribers, for being with us, because we reached 200.
200. Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate all the comments, all the support. At the moment, it's just a really important thing for us to be doing, staying connected with, you know, old friends, family, and new friends as well.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you for all your comments and stuff as well.
Yeah, it's really helping keep us inspired at the moment. So.
And it's lovely watching because obviously it's hard to find smaller YouTubers, and then when one subscribes and then you can watch their work and you think, oh my God, it's so cool. Some of these places I would never have seen, because
Brilliant.
Obviously YouTube doesn't tend to sort of put them at the forefront, do they?
No.
So it's really good finding you guys and being able to see what you get up to in your back gardens. It's
sharing
so cool.
in everyone's adventures. It's been brilliant.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Some fun facts about King Alfred's Tower. It was designed by Henry Flintcroft. It is 162 feet high, 206 steps to the top, and it consists of 1.2 million bricks. That was a question I asked Kat earlier in the day.
He did, and they're all handmade bricks as well.
So we've been saving that little nugget for you.
You love that.
I do like bricks.
So this little area here, this is all called Top Warren, and whilst it was under the estate, it was kept as just like it is now. It was grassland, and it was called Top Warren because they ran rabbits here, so it was full of warrens. But after the war, because we were starving, it was all ploughed up and used as a cropping field, and that was true until 2012, when the National Trust then reverted it back to arable pasture land and sowed wild seed. So in the spring, this is full of wildflower and grasses.
Oh, lovely.
It's very beautiful. So it sort of rewilded it.
That's great for the birds and everything else.
Everything, yeah.
So we're just heading home now.
Yeah, it's just starting to rain a little bit, but still, it's lovely.
Yep, we've had a cracking day. Lots of wildlife, lots of history. I've learnt lots. I hope you have.
Yeah, it's been really good fun. I really enjoyed it. It's something I really needed today.
Ooh,
and if you guys have enjoyed it just as much as we have, please comment, like and subscribe. That would be so awesome.
Absolutely, and if you want, share it with friends too. What's the harm?
Yeah, if they're feeling fruity, why not, I say.
We'll see you again soon on another adventure. It's goodbye from us.
Yeah, and you keep safe and take care.
Stay safe, stay well.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Oh God,
Whoa! What was that?
I don't know.
Bye.
Just for the record, these things are really hard to do when you're walking through a wooded area.
Yeah.